Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 64 and I am your host. I am comedian Tracey Carnazzo. I'm joined by the lovely, beautiful, wonderful Noelle W. Herzog, the comedian and the Sicilian serpent.
That's me. I'm a serpent now. I have transformed from a python to a serpent.
Well, it was part of your molting process.
Yeah, I have shed my python skin.
Yeah.
And I am back to I just feel like I'm very close in the camera to you.
I understand, but I just couldn't hear you because you weren't talking into the microphone.
That was my mom's nickname in high school.
No, that's what everyone used to tell her in high school.
Talking to the mic.
Speaking to the mic. I can't hear you unless you speak into the mic.
But yes, I've shed my python skin and grown a serpent skin.
And now you have serpent legs and arms.
Yes, snakes have a lot of arms.
No, serpents do.
Do they?
Yes,
that's what a serpent was just a snake.
No, a serpent's a snake with legs and arms.
I like the hand motion.
Did you like
jazz hands?
Well, you guys, if you want to see that, probably very soon we will be putting Catfish Trash Talk on YouTube. But until then, we have 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on YouTube, and we're going to be having Teen Mom on YouTube. And the YouTube link is right there in the show notes.
It's right there.
It's right there. So go click on it. What was it? Oh, Noelle, 12 days to your birthday.
12 days.
Well, not really, because when this comes out, it will be like 5 days to your birthday.
Okay. Well,
or like some days.
It's almost my birthday. How about that?
When's your birthday?
August 10th.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
The year is 1981.
Oh, the year was 1981. It was a cold, cold day. I did tell your mother today that maybe she wasn't even present for the day of your birth.
Okay, that made her laugh out loud. She thought that was so funny.
I was like, why don't you
make her
here?
Laugh all the way?
I was like, why don't you come here for Noelle's birthday? You've never even seen her on her birthday.
And she's like, yes, I have it. It's like, also like question mark.
Also, have you? Okay, well, if you guys want to know more about that, you know where to go. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast, where you will get all of the gossip about Noelle's mom's visit. Also, unexpected trash talk. Also, so many bonus episodes.
I think I'm having trauma asthma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what life is all about.
Trauma asthma.
We're here to talk about season 8, episode 68 of Catfish, the television show, and also season 8, episode 69. We're going to do a double, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to tell you, this is a good double because I didn't have a lot of notes on either of these.
Okay, same. And I was thinking that too. I'm like, if we were doing these separate, they would be like 15 minutes each. So it's like almost better that we're doing
I would have to fill in with a whole story about Mexico Mo's.
I fucking can't wait to eat there. Honestly, I literally can't wait to eat there.
It's going to be great. That I heard that they actually make their own tortillas.
I really want some chicken quesadillas.
What kind of tortilla? You like a flour tortilla though, right?
I like a flour tortilla. Listen, am I going to throw a corn out of bed? No.
Right. But you'd prefer flour. Okay. I mean, listen, I might be able to talk to the owners and throw a little flour in there.
Thank you. Oh, they don't have flour. Is that specialty? Is this a place you have to ask for flour tortillas?
Well, listen, Mexico Mo's, they really do cater to the gluten-free community. So they don't keep a ton of flour, but I might be able to get them to run over to the grocery store real quick.
I mean, listen, I heard that they're going to have gluten-free tres leches cake on the menu.
I really want that.
I know you're excited.
No,
I saw.
Don't toy with my emotions.
I
am
that.
Very fragile.
No, I know. That's why I'm having asthma.
Great. Season 8, episode 68, Charles and Nikki.
John Legend and Nikki, right?
This man is John Legend.
Yeah, he really is, though.
I'm like, why? I know this guy.
Yeah, he's married to Chrissy Teigen. What's he doing?
Yeah, why is he doing this? So they're in a hotel conference room.
They scream.
They're screaming. They're doing a rage scream.
Thanks so much for that.
Great.
You guys don't have to prove that you're best friends, you know?
But they do something and like they need better writers. If you guys want me to write for the show, I'm available.
I'd rather watch them like
make out,
give each other hand jobs.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Is
okay,
this
honestly,
a censored podcast? No.
Okay, but that's probably why you're not even a little bit their writer.
That is probably why.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, what do you want to see them do? I'd like to see them do each other's makeup. That would be fun.
Oh my God, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
If Cammy could drag queenify Neve.
Yeah, like a night. I want to see what he does to her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole different show.
Does to her.
That's a whole different show. All right. So they rage scream and he pretends to break a broken camera.
Okay.
You guys are edgy.
I'm watching with my mom. She's like, "Oh my god, he threw his camera."
Okay, relax.
Like, okay,
Andrea.
relax
This
there.
is basically who you're.
They
who
made
they're
it
doing.
for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're doing this for her. So they go to Illinois, just one, not Illinois.
Yeah, just in Illinois. Yeah.
And then we meet Zach, who thinks Charles's girlfriend Nikki is a catfish.
Okay, that's so good.
So they met on IMVU, and which is a virtual world. It's basically like Sims, but like you can meet people.
I'm glad I wrote IMBD. That's what they
Mhm.
met on.
They met on IMBD.
Uh-huh.
They each had no credits. So they exchanged pictures in a text.
Yeah.
And again, classic catfish. Why do you like her? Because she always knows how to cheer him up.
And she has a hot avatar.
Yeah, because the cartoon that she chose to look like her looks hot.
You should see the Sims I create. If
You
you
should
would go by me, with the Sims I create.
Can you imagine what I would do on IMVU?
Oh, yes, I can actually imagine.
I would have no
yes.
clothes on also.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying. So she won't show herself on camera.
Right.
And she has a very raspy voice. And Zach thinks that she might be male.
Just because she has a raspy voice.
Yes. So Zach and Charles greet them with a dog.
So it's not an Airbnb for once.
Question mark.
Okay. Did you see the chalices on the wall? The steins, the beer steins and
Yeah.
the chalices?
Probably-
I don't think that's an Airbnb.
Yeah. Way too cluttered.
It looks like
So-
Nick's house with all his beer glasses.
Shout out to Nick Momroy.
Yeah.
So her screen name is Cookie, but her name is Nikki Lee. And she's a dental assistant. She's 34. She's from Miami. She has no kids. And they are officially boyfriend and girlfriend.
Interesting.
But she doesn't really like to send pictures or video chat or anything because she said that she's ugly.
Okay. I mean, listen, I get it.
I'm using that.
Yeah, I don't send pictures because I'm ugly.
No, I'm just going to say that from now on. Every
What?
time a guy wants a video chat, I'm going to be like, no, sorry, I'm ugly.
It'll work. And then they'll be like, no, you're
Right.
not.
And I'll
You
be
could
like,
just
tell
show
me more.
your
Boobs.
PUSFY instead.
I'll be like, well, it's really ugly.
Oh man, Tracey has a joke about that. You
It
guys
looks
should
like
hear
a
it
ham
one day.
sandwich. Oh my God. So Zach said that again, he's like, the voice just sounds just like a guy. So Charles came to Miami. Zach and his girlfriend went to Miami. Charles tagged along to meet her, and she stood him up for
Right.
a family emergency.
Oh my God, I lost my place and I saw it says lion. I was like, she set him up for a lion?
She stood him up for a lion.
Yeah. Right. No, I'm looking at the Cash App, the lion.
Okay,
That's why
well-
I just lost my space.
No, she stood him up for a lion. She went,
Right.
Oh, God, I would be so allergic.
Oh my God, could you imagine
yes.
the sinus problems? A lion, a tiger, a liger.
Oh my.
Yes.
So she had a family emergency, and then her
Right.
Instagram disappeared.
Right.
But she had sent him $150 on Cash App because he was saying that he was short on rent. And then all of a sudden her Cash App changed from her to Nick. And then the picture turned into a lion.
I mean, I'm sorry, that does sound a little suspicious.
Yeah, of course. But he said as long as she's female, he'll be with her. So he literally does not care about anything else.
No, he's
He's like-
desperate.
He's like, as long as she has a hole,
Right.
I will
She has a
clog-
glory hole.
yeah, I'll clog it up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh God.
He's
So-
he's what the French call les incompetents. No, that's from Home Alone. Haha.
Oh God, I'm getting high. Everything's fine. It's
No,
because we were
she
talking about
seems
the
good.
lion. So they were like, lion? She's lying. Get
I
it?
mean, that's reaching.
So then I put Ron's photos. Is that what?
That they search for her.
They
she's in
find-
West Florida, not Miami.
Right. So they find they run the photos. Sorry. I said
Okay.
not Ron's photos.
That's why I'm like, what?
Just kidding. So they find a picture, a match from a group photo of
Right.
her from a bar in Tampa.
That's promising.
But then her phone number matches with a Clearwater. So this is all west coast of Florida. Meanwhile,
Right.
she's saying that she's in Miami, which is
No,
South
you're
Florida,
not.
but okay. So she they talk about the Cash App. The Cash App goes back to Nick Thompson.
Right.
So Cabby and Eve make an IMVU account and they name it Keeve. Very funny. But also
So
let's just
cute.
Kev.
I I didn't even think about that. It is
Kev.
Kev. I like that. I like that. It's basically just modeled after Cammy, though.
Oh my God. So Victor is in a thong.
Right.
They meet Victor
Mhm.
and he's just sitting there in his
In the strip club room.
Yes. So she texts everyone, like she, puts in the group and she's like, hey, has anyone seen Cookie? So Evan DMs them and says, you looking for Cookie? It sounds like an old like mob movie.
Yes.
Like hey, are you looking for Cookie? Like you pull up like in the rain with like a hat on.
Yeah.
And it's like he went that away.
But again, Home Alone, like Angels with Dirty Faces,
Yes.
like the movies that he watches.
Exactly.
Like an old gangster movie.
Right. So he's like, which version of Nikki you talking to? She tells everything something different.
She's a player. She plays games.
Yeah, she plays games like IMVU. It's like you're in Sims, lady.
Yeah.
So then he gives them an Instagram that he thinks is hers, that is a random person that has nothing to do with her.
Wait, that has a headshot. Oh, you're right. Now that you said that, every
it's
page
all
they look up is a headshot.
Yeah.
Like they make these pages.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they meet up with him and they tell him what they found. And
oh, wait, but Cammy, her dance.
Oh, and then tell us about that.
So Cammy does, I don't know why her avatar just starts doing it, but basically it starts twerking and dancing, and Cammy like freaks out. She's like, I am so embarrassed. Make it stop. Make it stop. That made me laugh. I was like, oh, look, a genuine moment on Catfish. Yeah, I don't know. That just made me laugh.
That was very, very funny. So they tell him everything, and then they listen to her voicemail. And it's weird. It's like some man.
Right.
So they, they had called her, it went to voicemail. So she texts him and says, who is this? So they tell her who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And she asks who it's about.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's about, Charles. And she's like, well, he knows the reason I can't meet him.
And they're like, Charles, what are you not telling us?
And he's like, nothing. I don't know what she's talking about. So she's like, okay, fine. I'm in Tampa.
Right. I know that.
And they're like, yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
We know all about it.
Right.
Okay. So now, do they always have to fly coach?
I don't. Is that what you care about?
Yeah, I do. I really do. Because it's like, that these people don't get paid a lot to be on the show. And then you're going to make me fly coach? And even Cammy, you just fly coach all the time?
Yeah.
Why? Don't you want better for yourself?
Tracey, not everyone is a in-ground pool.
These are above ground pool people.
Yeah, not everyone is an in-ground pool. I am not an in-ground pool. I am an above ground pool. I am so above ground. I am like Tyler Baltiera. I am
wow. You're just taking a
in
bus.
The air.
You're taking a bus in the sky.
Yeah.
You're going on the big Greyhound in the air.
In the sky.
So she's like, well, today doesn't work for me. So she won't answer him. And then finally, the next day, she sends an address and they get to the house. No one answers. And then they have a plant in the yard.
Is that what this was? Like, what is this?
So they have some weird dude in the yard and they always have their back to them.
He's like, I can't do this.
He goes, I don't want anything to do with his brother.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
It's like, what are you, Hulk Hogan?
Right. But then Neve just goes and opens the door.
Yeah, I love that Neve always does that. Neve's like, hello.
I know. Anybody home?
So she is super nervous. So she pops one eye out.
Right. And then it's commercial.
Okay. Noelle, this outfit.
I don't know if I recall it. Here's the thing. I saw her and I'm like,
okay, she has on like this tight crop top.
Right? It's like a suit. It's an outfit.
Yeah. It's like a two-piece spandex cropped.
It's a Fashion Nova.
It's Fashion Nova.
It's made of acrylic.
Yeah. It's it's made of fruit roll-ups.
She makes it's that material that is just stinky sweat and static.
Yes. She made soup in her pants.
Yes. Like my mom did today.
She made a stew.
If you guys want to know about that, you have
my
to
God.
listen
Yeah,
to
listen to, if you want to hear about how Noelle's mom is playing coach with a snack. Go to patreon.com/trash talk.
Today she goes, oh, I still have a can of lasagna soup. I should pack this to take with me. I'm like, you have to take the can of soup.
No, I'll save some of this for BS. Yeah. You can't give the people everything.
Okay, people don't take everything.
So she's like, oh, I do have a secret. I have two kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. And also, I don't live in Miami. And it's like, yeah, I know. We're in Tampa.
Yeah. We're in your trailer.
We're in your friend's trailer.
We're in your friend's trailer.
Okay, we were talking today in the car about this. Tell me about how she's so private about her kids. Tell me more.
Okay. She has 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
2 boys, 7-year-old, 2-year-old. She's like, my big secret is that I have kids.
But she's just very protective of them.
But here's the thing, you're just hiding them.
You're just lying.
But also, I think he likes kids. So why are you doing this?
Right.
You don't even know if he likes kids or not. You haven't even brought them up. It's because your mom has custody of them. That's why you haven't told him yet.
Okay, 100. That's why there's never a baby crying in the background.
Because you got caught in a heroin bust, and now your mom has
Okay,
them.
first of all, they're in Tampa. It's meth.
Oh, it's meth. Okay.
So please excuse yourself.
No, you're
We're not in New York City. Thank you.
I'm so used to New York City.
Yeah, no, we're not. So then they're like, oh, who's the lion on the Cash App?
My friend Nick.
Oh, my friend Nick, he likes to change it into
my friend Nick Thompson. Don't worry though, I got your cash. You mean your pimp Nick? Yes, I'm sure he has your cash app.
She got human trafficked and by Nick Thompson. Great. Thomas. So he asked her, John Legend asked her, do you want me to move here?
Right.
What?
He doesn't care.
He's like, yeah, I saw you have a hole. I can see it right through your fruit roll-up outfit.
You have a hole.
I can see your crock pot right through your fruit roll-up.
I can see your strawberry pound cake.
I can see it. I can see your stew pot.
This guy doesn't care. The sad part is like, he seems like a nice guy. He's cute. He's not gross. I don't know what
the deal is. So it turns out that there was a big age gap. There was a lot of distance. It didn't work out. And she was very distant with him. And then she confessed that she had met someone. And then he met someone who's 23, which is his age. They never say that in the beginning, though, right?
Okay. I was going to ask you that too. We never know how old he is.
And they try to contact Nikki and she won't talk. AK, she's not allowed to talk because Nick Thomas won't let her.
Right. Her trafficking pimp won't let her.
Yada, yada, yada. Meth. Everything's fine.
Yada, yada, yada. They both met someone else and they're both with someone else.
Great.
Meth.
Okay. Also, I've never seen people either work on themselves or meet someone immediately after.
Tracey, you're so right.
So much more than
especially
catfish.
Working on themselves.
I'm just focusing on me.
Good for you.
School and work and my kids. Or I love when they say I'm just focusing on my kids. It's like, well, I mean, maybe you should have done that before.
I think that's what you should do from the minute they're born.
Right. That's why I don't have any kids. I don't want to.
I can't focus on anything other than
focus. Me. Oh my God. All right. So now we're going to move on. Season 8, episode 69, Rudy and Tyrell.
You know, I noticed the last episode Neve had on so many rings, and then they address it this episode. They address it.
So he has 400 rings on, and that's weird.
Yeah, it's just not something I would expect from Neve.
Yeah.
So now, but it's also a shtick between him and Cammy.
Of course. So now Rudy and Tyrell met 17 years ago. She met Tyrell
at the Lilith Fair.
Wow. Tyrell's 32. They met in a chat room. Rudy's 30 years old. She's from New Jersey. And they met in 2004 in a teen chat room.
Right.
And they exchanged phone numbers. They're landline phone numbers.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And they talked for 5 years. He was in the military. She was in college. So they kind of lost touch. But then in 2011, they got to video chat in the dark. And then he added her on Facebook and he had a girlfriend. But then eventually he broke up with his girlfriend. And now they are, not my words, spicy.
Here's the thing. They give us all the information within the first 3 minutes of the episode. I raced to write it all down.
No,
all we need is that in the ending.
Always.
Right?
Always.
Yeah.
Every single time. So
I'm
now,
like, oh, pause.
Noelle, the first 5 minutes are crucial.
Yes, I agree with you.
If you don't have the attention span for the first 5 minutes, you have to wait until you really do.
Yeah. And it's like the episode's over for you then.
All right. So she's from Trenton, New Jersey. And she said that they used to say on the phone, instead of saying, I love you, because they were on landlines, they would say code orange.
Who are you hiding this from? Who?
I guess their parents.
Okay. So you say code orange. How did you come up with that?
Probably, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird to me.
So
I like that they were asking ASL. That was so funny. It was like, hey, ASL. And it's like, oh God.
S2R pick.
What's S2R?
Send to receive.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So Tyrell was in South Carolina, and then he was stationed in Japan. And then in 2016, they started talking again.
right.
But now they talk on Snapchat and Messenger, but no phone number. So maybe he still just has a landline.
Yeah.
He
Which is
doesn't want to
weird.
come to New Jersey.
Mhm.
But they did video chat recently, but she just chatted with his dick.
Tracey, she was like, it's not faces. And it's like, wait, what? So his dick and your vagina just stared at each other?
Right, but you didn't even get to see. You think they even looked?
The things that I was just picturing, right? Are they waving at each other? Is he like flopping it?
He might
What's
be
happening?
flopping it.
Nobody decides like, hey, show me your face.
He's
What
like,
is
fine.
spicy about that?
He's like, fine, I'll video chat with you, but it's only going to be my butthole.
Right. Oh, God.
That's another one that I'm going to use.
That's a good
I'll
one.
be like, I'm very ugly. So if you want to see me, it's going to just be my butthole.
You know how many guys would say yes? I got news for you.
I would be busy video chatting all day long.
You would. You would have to draw some eyes on it. Just pretend.
Like the googly eyes?
Yeah. You would just have, I think I have some stickers.
Oh, yeah, I like those. The ones that spin. I really like those. All right. So she chatted with his dick. Now she doesn't know. She thinks it's the guy in the pictures. Now, isn't this like an easy thing to know?
You would think.
He's got to have pictures of him from 17 years ago that she saw. And now he has pictures from him now. So obviously he's probably using his pictures if it's the same guy progressively getting older.
You know, I didn't think about that.
Hello.
That's so crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Right. Otherwise, he would be having to follow a guy for 17 years and steal his pictures every day.
It's true. You know, it's true because I remember even when we were doing the old episodes, like Matt Lowe's episode.
Yeah.
It was his young pictures.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like, yeah. Oh, would you think he stole some guy's 8th grade pictures and stole his your picture? Come on.
You're so right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we solved the case.
Right. So she catfished him until 2011 as Paradise.
I wish you could have showed us Dice's picture.
Oh my God, I wish. So then she finds another Instagram.
Right.
They find another Instagram.
Right.
And he says something about baby girl Ray. He says something about, and then they're like, oh, Ray, maybe it's at Rayelle. Come on.
And someone had commented on the other page, like, hey, what's up with the other page? Is it fake?
Right. Yeah, but we never addressed that. So don't worry about it.
I don't understand that.
Oh, I don't know. So they find Ariel has the same last name as her. So they call cousin April.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, he lives in South Carolina. Ariel's my sister. So that's his cousin. And Dice, aka Paradise, is his online girlfriend, but she doesn't want to see him.
Right. So this is all her.
Right. So now Cammie says someone needs Tyrell the truth.
Right. Great. So now it's like, who do we believe here?
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's embarrassed that he has an online girlfriend and he doesn't really want to talk about it. But yet he's not embarrassed enough to say, I'm talking to a girl named Paradise, aka Dice. I would have been like, her name is Mary.
But
her name is Mary. She's my neighbor, and I play bingo with her, and she's 97. And we only eat soft foods.
Yeah, we only eat soup and mashed potatoes
and pudding.
You're on the Noelle diet.
So they think that Rudy is lying now, and this is very dramatic. So what they do is they cut the scene.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah,
because she's like, I thought we discussed this yesterday.
Right, and then she's like, oh God, now I'm so nervous.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
But they switched that.
Okay.
They cut it in because she said that after he agrees to meet.
Because they made it seem like she was guilty.
Like she was going to tell a lie.
And it's like guilty commercial.
Right. So this is very, very dramatic.
Yeah.
And the facial expressions that she's making.
I know.
Ooh, ooh. We're going through all of the emotions.
Yes.
So they text April.
You know what she reminded me of? Kayla J from Young and Pregnant.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
So they text April. They're like, hey, April, by any chance, have you spoken to him? And she's like, yeah, of course I've spoken to him. Here is his number. I just have it.
William.
Yeah, just here you go. So he agrees he's like, yeah, I'll meet up. He's like, Savannah's close to me. So let's go to Savannah.
Right.
And then Neve gets a really weird text from Tyrell. He's like, listen, I don't want her to be hyped up. I don't want to look like the bad guy. So meet me in Tom Triplet Park in an hour.
When he's like, please don't hype her up. My first thought was like, this guy just doesn't like her, maybe.
Yeah, he's not sure if he wants.
Yeah,
He's not sure if he's gonna hook up with her, so he doesn't
Right.
want her to think that.
Yes.
He's trying to lower her expectations. That's all it is.
Yes.
So they meet up with him. It's raining, and it's him.
I like that she's like, "Is it a brown person? Is it a brown person? Is it a brown person?"
It was very funny.
And Cammy's like, "I think he's brown."
Okay, but they're standing 25 feet away from each other, like they have a restraining order.
Okay, I'm not making fun of her. I
Yeah.
want to know what the point of wearing a belly chain is if your shirt's covering it.
Yeah, it was a very weird. It was everything that she thought she should wear at the same time. She's like, these are cool low-cut cargo pants. This is a nice peplum wrap crop top.
Yes.
What about my belly chain? You know what? I'm gonna wear these rabbit ears.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because it's like, this is a very interesting outfit.
She's really accessorizing.
Right off the bat, I'm like, he has bad energy.
Okay,
bad
but why are they
energy.
staring so far away from each other? So they're like, yeah, April said that she doesn't want to meet you. And he's like, oh, April must have gotten it wrong.
Sure, she did.
Yeah. And then he starts trying to explain that she's like a toy that he doesn't want anyone to know he has. What?
So basically, he doesn't want anyone to know he has an online girlfriend.
Right.
He only he winds her up like a toy when he needs her and lets her run out of energy.
It was the Energizer Bunny.
And then he puts her on the shelf.
Yeah. And then he returns her to Toys R Us and gets a $50 gift card and gets a new toy.
I think that's you.
Oh.
That was like today when we were shopping. He told me to get something to wear to dinner.
Why am I like this?
I don't know.
All right. Well, 911. Hello. He said that he didn't want anyone to know. And so Cammy's like, let me ask you a question. She lives in Trenton, New Jersey. Have you ever been to New York City in the last 5 years?
I plead the fifth.
Have you ever been to Atlantic City?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't tell anyone you went to Atlantic City, though.
First of all, you should never tell
Good
anybody
call.
you go to Atlantic City. But it's like Tracey, like as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh, he doesn't like her. He likes the idea of her.
Yes. So they asked why he didn't video chat, and he said he didn't feel comfortable. But actually, Peter felt comfortable, so he just video chatted with her.
Peter.
His Peter.
His Peter. Yum.
Yeah, he's like, I only do dick to butthole chat. So.
God,
So they had found something about baby girl, right? So they asked him, and he's
Right.
like, yeah, that's my ex, but he didn't tell her about this.
He's like, I
ex.
guess I just never mentioned her to you.
And then he says
Uh-huh.
something. I'm going to translate it, but this is exactly what he said. Quote, her friendship is important to me.
Yeah, he's just not that into you.
Okay. So
But he wants to fuck.
he's talking in circles,
Yeah.
and they want an answer from him. I like how they want an answer. They're like, do you want to fuck her or no?
I know. So Neve is like, I want to get this straight. Are you physically attracted to her?
Mhm.
But you know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
Because he was playing games. Like he
Yes,
was
of
not into
course.
her at all. And it's kind of like, do you like her or not?
Well, they meet him at a cafe, and he said that he's basically traumatized from his ex, and he wants to date her, but he needs time. And then she says to him, "Code Orange."
Uh-huh. She's wearing an orange shirt too.
Come on.
Here's the thing. When a guy's
She's
like,
throwing
I
herself
just
in.
got out of a breakup. And
I don't want to date you. I don't want to date you.
I want to be friends with benefits. You can't get mad when I have a girlfriend.
Right, because I told you.
Mhm.
Right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. All right. Well, 2 months later, we talked to Rudy, and a week or two later, he was super mean to her. He made her sad. He basically told her she has no feelings.
Right.
And she said that she's 80% done with him.
Meaning you're not done with him. Why do girls do this?
I don't know. But Tyrell, they talked to, he's like, yeah, I got her angry. And Neve's like, come on, apologize, get her back. And it's like, cut your losses.
Neve always pushes these toxic people together.
Why?
Always. Because I think that honestly, I just believe he's like a sucker and he thinks everything is like
right.
love.
Because he's like, whatever. I had a great one relationship
Right.
my whole life. I mean, the one time I got catfished, and then the second time I married her. So
And
yeah,
he became friends with his catfish. So
right. I wonder if
yeah,
they're still friends. Probably
I
not.
know. Me too. Probably not.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think they really became friends.
She's probably dead.
no, well,
I don't know. She was old.
No, she was like 45.
That's old to me.
Okay, well, I can't wait. You only have a few more years left.
I know. I'm turning 41 in the 12 days of Christmas.
Well, it's gonna be it's 12 days from now because we're recording this Thursday, July 28th. If you are on the elite level of Patreon, then you're listening to this today. If not, and you're listening to it the following Monday, but Noelle's birthday is coming up. A lot of people, you guys are annoying me, but I love you. You're messaging me for her wish list. Noelle posted it in the group. And that's it.
And it's in the link in my bio on Instagram.
Ooh,
And
link in her bio.
we love you. Also, the link to our YouTube is in my bio also.
It's
So
in mine
please
as
subscribe.
well. Yeah, it's in all the stuff. Also, you can go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything. Literally, the link to our YouTube, the link to our Patreon, like
The
everything we
merch.
talk about,
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah, do it.
All of the groups. If you want to talk about this podcast, talk about the Catfish Show, go to our group, Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook. That's where all of the magic happens. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. But more importantly, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Trixie Tuzini, TRIXIE TUZZINI, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Noelle is Noe Girl. And we have Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram as well.
We love you all the way, and tell a friend, but just one.
Tell one friend, give us a 5-star rating, amazing review. Whenever
We might just
platform,
read it.
we might just read it. Should we read one now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Noelle, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Why?
get scared.
Why
I
to
don't
read?
know.
I don't. That's why I don't read them, because I get too scared.
Okay, well, we got one. I am Catfish alumni.
Okay.
Yep, I was on season 1, episode 3 with Kim, and so I know Catfish. When I say this podcast is approved and amazing, I mean it. Check it out. If you love the show, you will most definitely love this. That was Matt. Thank
We
you,
love
Matt.
you, Matt. I quoted you. Well, not quoted you, but I shouted you out in this episode.
Shout out to Matt. And guys, we'll see you next week. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.